Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some images of some of Mattel's 2019 Jurassic World products, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of Casual SpinoDino. This is the third installment in this series in a row on the channel, but I wasn't expecting to make this one because Mattel has just dropped some images of their brand new 2019 Jurassic World toys. So I cannot wait to show these to you. Some of them look really cool, some of them not so much from what they have so far. But anyway, before we jump into it guys, if you're new around here, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Also check out my Patreon page down in the description. It's only $1 a month if you want your name at the end card of all of my future videos. And also check out my Teespring and Redbubble stores if you want to get some merchandise. So anyway, let's jump right into things with this first picture here. Now, I thought these were from the Action Attack line, where the Carnotaurus, the Stegosaurus, and the Suchomimus are from, the ones that are currently out. But apparently these are from sort of a modified version of those figures, like in terms of what they do action-wise. We have a Stegosaurus sort of repaint, and then we have a repaint of the Suchomimus. Now, Stegosaurus repaint, I don't know what they were thinking, because what is going on there? That does not look very appealing at all. I just do not like that. I'm just going to skip over it. The Suchomimus, however, I think it's pretty much on par with the one they have now. I really like the blue and the yellow color on the other one. It's a little bit bright, but then this one is a little on the duller side, I have to say. I really like the yellowish orange they went for. But then the brown is kind of cool on the sail. But anyway, we've got a lot to go through for these pictures, so I'm just going to skip over this one for now, and we're going to move on to this. Now, this is apparently called a Bash and Bite T-Rex, if I remember correctly. It looks like it has similar sculpt work to their Extreme Chompin' Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it has a different action feature. I think it might just be like a non-electronic version of their Thrash and Throw T-Rex, so it just might be cheaper, because you've got like the articulation in the tail down there. I assume you move the tail and the head moves and bites its jaws or something. But anyway, that's the new T-Rex figure. Let's move on down here. This was a leak, and apparently it's just a repackage, and it's sort of showing that they're going to be making an entire line of super colossal figures, because they're making a whole range called Dino Rivals. I'm not as big of a fan of the packaging here. I think the T-Rex and the Triceratops look really cool. I think Owen Grady looks a little out of place there. But it's just the super colossal T-Rex, and that's it. But anyway, moving on, we have two new Hatch and Play dinos. We have a repaint of the T-Rex, so it's a green one with some darker green markings on the back, like the Bull T-Rex from The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, like the Bull and the Buck. The green T-Rex is from Isla Sorna. And then we've got a Stegosaurus Hatch and Play dino, which we did not have a Hatch and Play Stegosaurus, so it's cool to see that. I think these are cute. Not something I would get personally. But let's move on, because we've still got quite a bit to cover. I'm saving the best ones for last. But anyway, here are the basic dino figures that they have to offer. The four of them here are the same that are in stores right now. We have the blue, we have Velociraptor, Pachycephalosaurus, and Owen Grady. But the Pteranodon is new. Nothing incredibly special, just an orange color scheme with some yellow, fiery-looking wingtips. Really good bases on these figures for custom work, and I think that's what's tempting me to pick up some of these, because they're not really special, but they don't have too many joints on them or anything, so you could really do some cool custom work with them for like repaints or extra sculpt work on them, etc. But anyway, moving on. Alright, here we go. So apparently this is a new line. I believe these are called Pack Strikers or something like that. I forget. It's somewhere online, but anyway, we have Blue and Stygimoloch, like the Pouncing Blue and the Headbutting Stiggy, the Stygimoloch from those story pack sets are coming out as individual figures, and they're also releasing 4 more prehistoric creatures alongside them. We have a Monolophosaurus, which is really cool to see. I'm glad they didn't put that sculpt to waste for just the exclusive box set with the T-Rex, because I would really like to get a Monolophosaurus. I think the sculpt is cool. The colors look a little bright on this one. I like the green one better. We also have
what people are saying is a Tupendactylus, but some people are saying is a Tapejara, but people said that Mattel confirmed this is a Tupendactylus, so I'm going to roll with that. That's on the top middle there. That looks okay from what I have so far. This picture is a little bit blurry. We also have the Dimetrodon from the sets that were Toys R Us exclusives that are really hard to find. Destructosaurus, that was it. There was a red Dimetrodon from that set with like a magnet in its mouth for breaking the Microceratus out of the cage. Not a fan of the Dimetrodon sculpt, I have to say, and just the overall look of it. It looks very toddler-esque, like it would be a toy that you would see for youngsters. But anyway, we have a Styracosaurus as well. I actually liked the yellow color scheme better. I don't know if we're going to have a Roarivore Styracosaurus as well. I think we are, unless they just decided to change it to black with like dark raspberry red and some golden highlights on the frill there. But I still think it looks pretty cool, and it looks like these figures are going to be on the cheaper side. But anyway, that's a new sort of range they're releasing, I guess. Alright, and before I forget, we have one new leak for the battle damage range for Walmart exclusives. This was sent to me by Camosaurus on Instagram, so shout out to Camosaurus. Thank you for sending this over. We have a battle damage plesiosaurus, and this thing looks really cool. I want to get this one. Of course, the battle damage feature looks the same as the other figures, so it just looks really kind of out of place, in my opinion. I think Hasbro did a little bit of a better job with concealing battle damage on their figures than Mattel is doing. But function-wise, Mattel's is better and it feels more sturdy. But I do like the white and the dark blue color scheme going on here, and I really like the way the head looks on the Plesiosaur. I think it looks really cool. And it looks like all the flippers are attached on sort of the ball joint style attachments onto the body. So anyway, that's the Plesiosaurus. I think that one is really cool. I can't wait for that one to release. And moving on to what I think are the new attack packs. This hasn't been confirmed, but I'm pretty sure this is for the attack pack range. First of all, we've got a repaint for the Protoceratops. I think I like this one pretty evenly with the one that they have out now for Wave 3, which is like the teal and yellow one. I like the markings on this one better, but I think I like the teal color better on the other one. Not too sure. This one's really growing on me the more I look at it, though. But anyway, there's the repaint for the Protoceratops. That one's pretty cool. Up next, for the next repaint, we've got the Hararosaurus. This is definitely the best paint job, I think, on the Hararosaurus. The red one is really good, but I think this one is really vibrant and eye-catching. I like the teal on the side of the body. Still not a huge fan of the sculpt work that's gone into the lower portion of the body on this figure. The head could definitely use some work as well. I wish it looked a little bit closer to the one from Jurassic Park, the game, but we have reviewed the Battle Damage Hararosaurus on this channel, so if you want to see that review, it's on the channel if you want to see my full thoughts on that sculpt work. And then for the final repaint we're getting, we have the Velociraptor. This is like a golden raptor. I think this looks really cool, actually. Some people aren't too fond of this, but I really like how sparkly it looks. And I like the dark blue markings on it. I think this one looks really cool, and I might be tempted to grab this. But I'm probably not going to get it because I already have the Attack Pack Wave 2 Velociraptor, the orange one, which we've reviewed as well as Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue. But I think this one looks really cool. I like it. Very neat. And moving on to the new sculpts that we have for the Pack Attack range, we've got the Rhamphorhynchus. This one it's interesting so far. This is a really bad angle. I've seen some other pictures, and I'll try to find them and put them up in editing, other than the one I'm looking at now, and it looks a little bit better from the top view, but overall, just the head sculpt on this one looks really out of place. I wished that they just... And also the wings don't look like they have the same articulation as the Dimorphodon. I wish they would even have just given us the Dimorphodon body and given it a different head for the Rhamphorhynchus, because the Dimorphodon is my favorite Attack Pack figure so far. I just think it's really well done. There's just such an awesome range of articulation there. And I just think the teeth look too chunky. I don't like the solid red eye on this Rhamphorhynchus, but I think it's okay for a toy. Like, some younger kid will enjoy this, but definitely not something that I really want to add to my collection. And for our second to last one today, we've got the Dracorex, and this one actually slightly resembles in its markings and stuff and its coloration, the Dracorex from Jurassic World Evolution. Now, a lot of people are upset that the Dracorex and Stygimoloch are getting attention in the franchise, because of course Dracorex and Stygimoloch are heavily thought to be juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. I think it's fine. I think it's cool that they actually, in the Jurassic universe, are cloning these creatures as their own unique species. I think that fits in with the lore of the Jurassic franchise so I'm not complaining at all. I think this one looks pretty cool. The head looks a little bit large. I like the sculpt work otherwise. I really like the coloration, especially the banding on the tail and everything. I just think that looks really cool. But anyway, that's the Dracorex. And moving on to the final figure I have to show you guys today, which is my favorite they've showed so far, and it is their Coelurus. That's right, Mattel is making a Coelurus for the Attack Pack range. I definitely want to pick this one up. I think the colors are so unique. They actually remind me of like some of the coloration from Jurassic World the game and such, which I find some of the creature designs in that game like really fun and colorful to look at. I've drawn a lot of them in the past as well, but I really like the patterning and the coloration. We have sort of this like rose pink color and then these very aqua like turquoise stripes going down the tail all the way from the back of the neck, and then of course the white for the rest of the body. The feet look really chunky, which is unfortunate. I like the flick in the tail, and the head sculpt looks pretty cool as well, but I really like the scales going down the neck. I think those larger scales going down the neck are pretty cool. Then anyway, this one looks like it definitely fits in the franchise. The coloration might be a little bit too bright, but nonetheless, I think the coloration is very pretty and it looks very cool. So anyway guys, those are all of Mattel's figures that I have to show you for today. Once there are any more images that show up on the internet, I will make sure to make another episode of Casual SpinoDino and go over them and give you my basic thoughts. I tried to get through these fairly quickly, and this video is already almost 14 minutes because there were a lot of things to go over. But let me know which ones are your favorites down below. My two favorites are the new battle damage plesiosaurus and the Attack Pack Coelurus. I think those two look really cool. And let me know which ones you're planning on picking up next year. So anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. So take care and bye-bye.